Hi, Tania. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. Is that the first question for today?
No, it's just like the introduction. Now, let's start with the questions. Question number one. Could you tell us your full name and where are you from?
My name is Tania Patricia Estrada Padilla, and I'm originally from Mexico City.
Wow, I didn't know that your name is Patricia. Well, question number two. Do you feel that your background pushes your work here at the Women's Building?
Definitely, I feel there are a couple of events that shaped my life to what it is now, professionally speaking, and also personally speaking. One of the events was, growing up and living, economic disparities within my own family. That's something that really shaped the way I view things, and that's one of the ways that I'm, passionate about, or why I am passionate about like women's rights and economic equality, gender equality as well. Moving to the United States was another big event that shaped my life. I wasn't able to work for the first 2 years, so I started volunteering. I did that in a couple of organizations. And when I came to San Francisco, I started as a volunteer actually at the Women's Building. And then another event will be becoming a mother. I think that made me a stronger person and gave me a new drive to grow professionally and personally. I am very fortunate to have a partner that is very involved with my life and my kids, so that I can really continue pushing myself to create that life that I always have dreamed about.
Well, we're curious. When and how did you start at the Women's Building?
Well, life brought me here in 2012, and it wasn't until 2013 that I came to San Francisco and I started volunteering at the Women's Building. I actually remember typing the words women, Spanish, and I think something that relates to job search or empowerment. And then the first, search that popped out in the screen was the Women's Building from a volunteering site. So I was like very curious about it. So then I tried to do another like search again, and then it came out again to be the same place. So I was like, okay, I don't know this place, and it looks like I have to go there. So I just like, following the instructions and apply for a position as a volunteer, and it just came. And when I came, I just ran into this powerful space with an interesting concept that was, for women only, that was surrounded by amazing staff, and I was just like had the whole desire to just like work at the Women's Building. I felt that I could be myself here, that I could really give back to my community, that I could use my skills to continue, to provide for those like resources and programs that they had at the time here. And I was in the first women-owned and operated building in the country, so that was amazing.
Wow, that was an amazing answer. Let's jump into question number four. Could you tell us a TWB funny story that no one knows?
I don't know if no one knows, because we all some of the people of the staff that were there back then, we laugh about it. But it was like this day that we were very careful and like closing all of the windows and doors every time that we left the building. And there was this one time that in I think the facilities um, workspace, we didn't do that. And the next day, our facilities director came, and then she was really mad, and everyone was like, "Wait, why is she mad? Like, what happened?" And it looks like a pigeon came through the window and then just like made a whole mess to her office. So that was, well, really funny for us, not really funny for the facilities director at the time, but it was just like funny overall.
Ha, that's a funny story. Okay, let's continue. Question number five. What is the first thing you do in the morning before coming to the building?
Okay, so I think the first thing is take my puppy out, uh, so that she can do her needs. And then I will prepare lunches for my kids. I will kiss them, kiss my husband, and get ready to work.
Wow, you do a lot. Question number six. Is it true that you have been part of almost all the interview committees to hire the current staff at TWB?
That is true. I actually was in all of the interviews of the current staff at the Women's Building. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. It's truly amazing to be part of those like committees and interviews. I feel that I have a connection with all of the staff, and I think that that's really important. My background was also in that area, so I was part of human resources for a long time, and I really enjoy being on those interviews and then just getting to know people since the very beginning or start of the of any organization.
Yeah, in fact, I remember that you were at the phone in my interview. Wow. Question number 7. What's your favorite part of the mural?
You know what? I have a lot of favorite parts, but I think I'm gonna give you one that lately it's been in my mind. So I really enjoy looking at the quetzal that comes from, I think, the left hand of Lolita Lebron's in the mural. So I think like that's one of my favorites because it makes me feel that freedom is possible, right? Like for everyone, especially because this bird can be kept in captivity, and the representation of it coming from Lolita Lebron's just like is really powerful because it's Lolita Lebron was like incarcerated for 25 years, and it wasn't until then when she was free for just fighting for what she thought it was right. So yeah.
That was an amazing answer. I'm gonna check it out like it's all later. Okay. Question number 8. Tell us from the staff who makes you always laugh, who always surprises you, and who tells you the craziest anecdotes.
Okay, so there's a lot of people that makes me laugh at the staff, but I think it's because such a positive energy surrounds the building. So, but I'm gonna name one person. I think Jessica always makes me laugh. Whatever state I am, she will always like take that laugh out of me. Adriana, I would say, is one of the ones that surprises me a lot. Like whatever comment she shares with me or story, as every weekend, like she has something, and I was like, wow, like the wow comes out of my mind always. And then I would say Todd, our tech consultant, tells me the craziest, funniest stories, and usually they are related to tech, so they are even crazier than what you can think. So
Race with me, we're almost done. Question number 9. If you have to choose a song that represents the TWB community, which will be and why?
you know what? I have a couple of songs in mind. So let me just tell you the first one. I think it really represents some of the immigrant struggles coming into the US and the fear for, their lives and their families. And this song is called Ice El Hielo from La Santa Cecilia. And it's like a true testament of what their life struggles look like. The other song will be like, I would say like Can't Hold Us Down by Christina Aguilera. I think like it gives you a boost of power for feminism and, for no one to be impeding your dreams. I would say another one will be like Motivos by Vicente Fernandez. Like, there's like a lot of things that can shape your life and for which you can take different decisions throughout it, but always like, taking them by love and with love makes the decisions easier. I would say Alicia Keys, like Girls on Fire. That's one of my kids' favorite songs, and I think it's an empowering, just like song for girls all ages that gives you, that drive of unstoppable energy. But my favorite will be Selena's Quintanilla songs. That really like makes me dance, like gives me that like energy and hope. And for me, it's that representation of of the American dream as well. Like for many Latinx are, Selena is a role model, and I think that was the case also with me.
Question number 10. Could you tell us a little bit of what we can expect from you as a TWB ED?
I would say you can expect from me commitment and passion. I would like to focus on the staff on the building and on serving our communities. I want to focalize my efforts on, the strategic planning process that we embarked on, and really the restructuring of our programs, as well as identifying some areas for opportunities and growth. I will want to prioritize the building as our most valuable asset and continue, the idea of providing the grassroots organizations an affordable rent in San Francisco so that they can stay and continue serving the communities that they are, and open more services, appointments, and building on partnerships so that we can strengthen our programs more. I really would like to see the women's building vibrating again. That somehow COVID put a pause on that in many different ways. Yeah.
Wow, this has been amazing. Thank you for your time, Tania.
Thank you, Maria. It's been awesome to talk to you.